Today we're doing defense against multiple attackers. This is one of the most difficult topics to actually examine. We can actually apply a lot of the principles and techniques that we learnt yesterday, all right, for multiple attackers. The theory will change a little bit though. Real multiple attack fighting well, the reason it's so difficult is if you're dealing with someone one-on-one, if you're dealing with someone bigger and stronger, the odds are already against you. If you're dealing with a multiple attack situation, your chances of winning the encounter decrease rapidly, and the more opponents, the more it decreases, all right? However, the way you deal with multiple attackers is no different to the way you deal with one person. And you may be thinking, well, how does that work? All right. When you're applying your strategy, blindside strategy to a single person, the same thing applies to multiple attackers. If you look at a person when they shape up to you, you have the leading elbow. The leading elbow is where we watch. We focus at the leading elbow. And we look at the leading elbow for a few reasons. One, it's the closest threat. It is the closest physical threat to you. All right. The rear hand and the rear leg and the front leg, probably in order, okay? Now, the same thing applies with an opponent or multiple opponents. As soon as someone steps forward, come forward, they become the leading elbow. Stop. They're automatically the leading elbow. So if you guys are the other limbs, where's the blind side? That's right, exactly right. So if I start moving over here, I can still see all you guys. Now, you guys have to get to me. But this is like my leading hand now. This person becomes my leading arm, in a sense. Because if you guys want to get to me, you have to do what? Come around, which is a longer path. Now, when I'm dealing with the individual now, things change a little bit. In the sense that, okay, the principles of the system don't change. I want to control this leading elbow. However, I cannot be so precious to always go this way. Because if he goes like this, now change hands, change legs. This is not good for me to go like this now, you understand? Because you guys are all waiting there for me and get my back. So I have to go to the open side. I have to. Because you guys here are worse than me dealing with this now in priority, you understand? So the way I can deal with it is, I've got two ways. When I move into the open side, I can control that rear arm to control the balance. I force him to change. Or I move outside the range of that rear leg, because now I can, you understand? Now, again, I start hitting this guy, Joe Blow here. He doesn't like seeing his friend getting hit, so he starts come running in. He wants to run in and he wants to run in. I want to try to use that guy against this guy. That's one way of dealing with that guy. Use him as a shield, some type of shield. So if it's just two guys, and your guys are not involved, you're coming in. You understand? Now, there's going to be a point where I have to deal with you. So as soon as you get close enough to deal with me, then I'm going to stay on the outside of this guy. You understand? Make it hard for him to get to me. But as soon as I do, I just leap onto the next opponent. Must transition into the next opponent. Okay? Now, just come over. We've got, we'll start with, all of you have done chase and retreat with me, yeah? So this is something you can just fall into. When you get onto the guy's elbow, just cover striking, cover striking. We're not going to be making it too difficult. The guy who's moving towards you isn't going to be attacking. It's too difficult. Even when I do it in sparring class sometimes, I have 2 against 1. I don't often say, just punching and kicking both of you against the guy in the middle. I say one person kick, one person punch. even then they find it incredibly difficult. All right, and you'll find as soon as you grab or try to hold or get grabbed or held, you're in trouble. As soon as your movement gets stifled, you get bogged down, you haven't got any mobility, both are on you immediately and you're in big trouble. All right, so what we might do is, because we've got odd numbers, we're going to have to, would have been good if Andrew was here, he's not, never mind. The two people who aren't in the group of 3 are going to work a combination of technique. Now the technique combination is going to be, you start in cover striking position. So we're here in cover. I want you guys from this position to bon. So you're going to come underneath the arm. Now bon sao, a lap sao, strike, like we did yesterday. Now watch the footwork. You're here. My front foot will move back. Strike. Knock the head back. In here, or in here, or in here. Now, when you're doing this, it can be off the rear hand. So as you throw that rear hand here, you can be doing the same thing. So it's just a very clean combination you guys are going to learn to do. All right. Back into the drill. So we'll just do it on the leading hand to begin with. The other 3 will start working this strategy of keeping one person in front of the other person. You know, so if you're doing with three guys, you two, I'll be working with you 2 guys right now. You come in, you just move in with your hands up like this. I'll just go here, 2, 3. He'll come in. Keep your hands up, put your hands up. Yeah, bon sao. Just give me over here a little bit in front of the camera. That's the way. Alright, you gotta get to me though. Okay, so we do it like this. And we just make it easy. Just get used to, and don't rush around too fast. Just take your time. Identify your position. Again, balance, come over here. Your balance, your positioning is key to this. At the moment, you just cover striking. Use that bon sao technique that I just showed you, and we'll take it from there, okay? All right, so pair up into groups. All right, so we're gonna swap around a bit now, but I wanna go over some of the concepts again, and how we work these movements. Okay, the first one we look at is the multiple. All right, so just go front stance this way. Yep, okay. Chris, stand right there. Now you guys, just get into a position where you can see, you can either go here, probably over here is the best spot. Over here is the best spot to see. I cannot move into his blind side now because Joe Blow wants to take my head off right there. So you need to, now depending on what the guard's doing, you need to access this arm. All right, so I can come in, you can put the hand up to defend, I take this arm. All right, so go again. You make it defend, lap sao chop. You got your bon sao lap sao chop, you defend, control this side now. That's just one way of doing it. You can also go here, just lap sao punch, then you have pak sao. That's a simple way. Lap sao chop, pak sao. All right, now he's in behind. Okay, so you need to be able to examine these type of movements when you get into here and he's standing there and you're going like this and you're moving this way and you're just going like this. He's just going to take your head off with this hand or kick you with this rear leg. You're in danger here. You cannot just be doing this and moving into his open side. You have to be able to make him defend. If he doesn't defend, he's getting hit. Then this hand, come with the pak sao, control the balance, make him step. Now you have a new blind side. Okay. Now going back to this original technique that Paul and Mark and John were doing. You're on the blind side, you cover. You're not trying to get the bonsai under the elbow. Because this point, the first bridge, the wrist, is leverage of the arm. The elbow gives you control of the body, all right? However, when you try to put your arm under here, he's just gonna push this down and clean you up with that rear hand. He has control of your limb if you go like that. If you go like that, that's a different story, because now you control the blind side. Because I'm turning the structure, all right? I'm not trying to manipulate the limb, I'm trying to manipulate the whole body from here. So again, the wrist, give you leverage of the arm, make your arm strong, give you leverage of the arm. He cannot resist here. So you can get control of the limb by doing this, but this control the balance. This one controls the balance and controls the blind side. All right. So when you're cover striking, put your hands up here. When you're cover striking, when you use your bonsai, take your heel back a little bit. Hit, cover, back into the drill, back into the drill. Again, it's very important that you turn that heel out a little bit. You don't always have to, because you can attack. If I attack, I want to be front on to this point. So I can attack in a front stance here, or I can do the bonsai when I turn here. Or you can meet with the front stance here and turn on the lapsao here. Now if he blocks, then you use your paksao and you change him up. But you cannot do that if, okay, come over here. Stand there, don't move, just stay where you were there. All right, now you guys, just Krista, move over a little bit because you're right behind. Now, if he blocks now, I can't move here. You understand? All right, so if he blocks here, I stay on this side. All I did then is thread my lapsao hand up through the center. It's all right if he blocks this, because it doesn't threaten me. All right, so I get here, he block. All right, I can still control this and still move up this side as well. All right, it's okay if he steps like that, as long as I can. All right, grab some new partners. We're going to do this drill again. Some people just practicing this technique. So again, I just go over once more. You can meet with the bonsai front on. Okay, you can meet it like this. So someone's coming towards you with a guard, you can just jam up their hand, but then you turn out with the lapsao chop. Okay, or you're here already, he pushes into you, your bonsai, then you chop. So you guys get the subtle difference with the footwork? You can either do it, you can either do the step out on the bonsai or the step out on the lapsao and the chop. When you lapsao, make sure your elbow is in. Don't have your elbows out. Elbow in. Okay? All right. You're here. Okay, he'll half step, just back once. Move in, jam. Move in with the half step to meet this point, then step off. Hit, then come back into front step. 1, 2, 3, he'll half step back. Jam. Keep your bonsai, your wusao up. Lapsao, hit. All right, if he covers, if he puts that up, lapsao, hit. Get the new side, new side. You half step back, bonsai, lapsao, and so on, and so on. Okay?